What's up, guys? Grizzly Boy Chance here, and I've got another video for you all. This is the Pro Heroes Rap Cypher from AfroLegacy. See, this premiered 21 hours ago. I was gonna record my reaction at the premiere, but I had to, stuff came up, and I couldn't record yesterday. So we're getting around to it today. We're getting around to the videos that I missed. So I'm excited to get into this, even though it's My Hero Academia, and as we all know, not exactly my series of choice, or rather not my forte of knowledge, especially because this is the Pro Heroes Rap Cypher, which is going to be people like Eraserhead, Endeavor, I imagine like Present Mike, All Might be on there. I don't know, Deku might be on there? I don't know. I don't really know where the story of My Hero Academia is right now, but for the most part, the pro heroes are ones that I don't know all that much about. It's the main characters that, I kind of get the gist of. But I'm excited to get into this, and there's a ton of people on it. This is an 8-minute cipher. So we got AfroLegacy. Okay, so we got the list of you guys here. Hawks, I forgot about him. Night Eye. These are just ones, names that I recognize. Fat Gum, of course. And then Endeavor. Those are the only ones I recognize the names of. And then we have AfroLegacy, Eddie Rath. I haven't heard Eddie Rath in a while. I think the last thing I heard from him was his was it Saiyan Blood Cipher, which I thought was, it was all right. I enjoyed it. Hala CG, who of course we've heard a couple times recently. Dan Bull, one of my old favorites. Definitely a big fan of him. Uberosity, not familiar, never heard of him. Savvy Huga, of course, we've heard her recently. Breton Boy, again, one of my favorites. Based Olaf, haven't heard him on a cipher in a while. I'm trying to think the last one that I can think of might have been the Magic Knight cipher. Baker the Legend, I've heard a couple times. He's on the Magic Knight cipher, I believe, and the Phantom Troop cipher. I couldn't remember that for a second. Carter Sauce. The name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I've heard him before. Chi-Chi, of course, we know. Unlike Joshua, we know. Grayson was on the Black Bulls cipher. He's been in a few things that I've definitely heard him in several things. I can't remember them all off the top of my head. Digs to Prophecy, we know. Frivolous Shara, we know. Chris Craig, we know. So, like I said, this is an 8-minute cipher. We're already almost 3 minutes into the reaction. I haven't even started the video yet, so let's make sure that the quality is good, and let's just get started. Well, let's get the volume up and get started. Okay, it's kind of like high energy. Mixed by Tyler Clark. Been a lot of these long ciphers recently. I don't recognize so many of these heroes.
Phoenix comes back, no magic like force. Just spit to the truth, you're here, be squawky. You got no support, so you better just talk. Stay with endeavor all weather. I aim to be clever, the second is better. Just taking a second to cope with a feather. The dishing our seconds, we're better together. Just flock to the crash cash heavers. Walking, spotting to the rest, yeah, Stephen. Hawkins, ready to fight, please don't be boy. We're moving your moves, boy, basically taunting. Working by myself, just to leave your vision blurred. Ironic that I'm so fly, I'm the one that's getting burned.
Bird's the English slang for ladies. I really like AfroLegacy's accent. I'm not sure if it's like his delivery or his mic or something. It sounds like just a little bit slurred almost, but I really like his accent. I think it works really well for rapping.
Your vision blurred. Ironic that I'm so fly, I'm the one that's getting burned.
After binding your legs, I'll hit you hard as a wrestling clothesline, erasing your head. Students saw and heard like bovine, now give me my cred. All might already gave me the coastline, the Nomo is dead. Is what they're yelling from here to the coastline. When I was younger, my passion got burnt asunder, and heroes would always blunder. Gave birth to my drive and hunger, and maybe it is no wonder the city always gets plundered. Dice hour and maximum power will demolish the cowards.
All right, that's my favorite Eddie Rath verse by far. Look, I don't want to be rude, but in general, when I've heard Eddie Rath on other things, I am not a fan, for the most part, of his his flow and his rhyme schemes. I don't know if they just don't hit right on my ears. Like, I don't know if it might just be me, but a lot of times it just doesn't sound great to me. But on this one, he sounded great. He sounded phenomenal on this. Great rhyme scheme, good flow all the way through. Just a very, very solid verse. Big fan of that.
He always gets plundered, dice hour, and maximum power will demolish the
Pro
cowards.
hero number 10, human and dragon blend. Best stuff when I descend, wingspan, endurance, and crazy strength. I don't forget my failings, dwelling on the way things have been will not change things. It just makes things harder, and I owe these people saving. Feel intimidated, ever had a myth up in your face? All incinerated, spitting fire, but I don't need flames when I'm activated. Step back or catch talons, I don't play or break. I'm the dragon hero, and all you get to be is prey. Yeah.
Not familiar with that character whatsoever. I don't think I've ever even seen her. That's okay though, because that was a good verse from HoloCG. I enjoyed that. Good, like, you know, good flow, good rhyme schemes, just good delivery. It was a very solid verse.
I don't play or break. I'm the dragon
I think next is
hero,
Danbull.
and all you get to be is prey. Yeah.
Might I introduce myself? Sir Night Eye, I'm quite fly, looking nice in my tie suit and belt. Or Mike's my idol, my guy. I could talk all night, reciting trivia, giving insight to within his mind. And when I'm out there, I can outstare anyone alike. My vision divides with the time, science, the physics, to witness the force of my foresight. Winning isn't all might, all mine. So when I'm with all might, I'm alright. Have a propensity, find the discrepancies in the disguise. Is anyone wield? Details and reveal and feel the weight of my high identity seal.
That was sick. That was sick, dude. Danbull's rhyme schemes in that verse was crazy. He had a lot of internal rhyming and then dropping a line or dropping a rhyme at the end of a line to start a new rhyme scheme instead of keeping it through the whole bar. That was a super sick verse. I mean, I'm biased. I'm a big fan of Danbull, but I think, like, technically, or if we're talking about like technical skill, he's probably one of the best rappers on YouTube. I think probably like top 10, easily top 10 or top 5 probably, just in terms of his technical rapping ability. The dude is insane, and that was a really good verse.
Does anyone wield details and reveal and feel the weight of my high identity seal?
Ectoplasm dropping in. You looking greener than Froppy. No villain's ability stop me. Look around if you're thinking you caught me. Evildoers start to shake when they see a copy. I'm about to break every bone in your body. How pathetic. Your skills faker than my prosthetics. Oh, so shoddy. There go my clones, minds never get dirty. Bringing the hurt with a factor of 30. Students say best in me, match the intensity. You never mention me, you are not worthy. Reaching new heights. Something you could learn twice. It's 1 versus 30. When you face me, you got no dice.
Tell me, baby.
That was a sick verse. Like, this is Uberosity, like I mentioned. I've never heard of the guy. I've also never seen this hero before again. But that was a really good verse. I enjoyed it. Good rhyme scheme, good flow. It was less intricate than some of the other verses, but very solid, like, you know, just a very solid verse. That's what I'm saying.
Could learn twice. It's 1 versus 30. When you face me, you got no dice.
Tell me, baby, do you aim to please? Cause I'm looking for something.
Twisted Savvy.
So many ways I could put you to sleep. Just rip my clothes and you in the sights of a prowling cougar. Looking for a good time, not no future. Call me a dime, I prefer your ruler. Shut your mouth, you're so much cuter. Not all heroes are capes. I prefer leather and lace. You want a taste of the cake, but I'll get off while you wait. Misbehaving, I'll crack my whip, not by my hands, but you can test my grip. Let's test those limits, so big boy sit. How long will it take for you to finish? Quick.
That was a pretty lewd verse. I don't know what this is about. Twisted Savvy? Does she have a new name? Although in the description it says Savvy Hugo. But here it says Twisted Savvy. Is this a new name or a new persona? I don't know. That was a good verse though. It was a really good Savvy Hugo verse. I was just a bit caught off guard by the lyrical content. I'm not familiar with this hero, but I've seen her before. I've been acquainted with her in one way or another. You know? So, that was a good verse. Let's move on.
My hands, but you can test my grip. Let's test those limits, so big boy sit. How long will it take for you to finish? Quick.
Top 3 in the game, you can beat this. No why they call me best genius. All by the blue and I mean it. Just to impress, no, my drip is the cleanest. Helping all those
This guy's wearing too much denim.
My hands in my jeans. Bet for the life that I lead. Being a hero is all in my jeans.
I'm in my pocket, my hands in my
I'm in my
jeans.
pocket, my hands in my jeans. Bet for the life that I lead. Being a hero is all in my genes. Messing with me and you finna get stitched up. Catch it even the baddest of villains. Don't care how you frame it, you should get the picture. I'm not one to be damaged. My clothes in my fabric, I won't hesitate to come get ya. All for one in my grasp, you can't handle my fibers though. I be pulling triggers, I can barely hold a banger back like I'm training with Bakugo. The energy of your abilities, thinking my.
That was a good Breton Boy verse. Best Genist. It's a very silly character design, but he had a good verse. He did a good job with it. This character seems kind of cool too.
Throwing the energy of your abilities, thinking my body, I'm stopping mobility. No one can copy, not one of the best, but a threat to the rest. You dead when I'm vexed. Training a team, getting better supreme. Sunny then right, be next on the scene, making it seem that it's easy. Believe it's the hardest of jobs, cannot live life naive. When lives are on the line, I need to get up just to body foes. Running out of time, don't care if you're a student or a pro. When you're with me in the fight, I treat you like a true hero. My trust in you, you trust in me. I think it's time we take the show.
That was a solid verse. I don't know, towards the end, it almost kind of sounded like you were out of breath almost. Just the last couple of bars. Not a huge problem. I don't know if that's caused by not punching in or something. But if that's the problem, it's there's a solution. But that was also, I would say, again, a little better than I usually hear Bass Doloff on tracks. Usually I'm not a huge fan of his delivery. I mean, he has really good rhyme schemes and stuff, and he has a very unique accent. And the way that he lands on a track is unique, but usually, again, like with Eddie Rath, it doesn't quite hit me the way that I would want it to. But that was a more solid verse than I usually heard from him, so good job.
Get true hero, my trust in you, you trust in me. I think it's time we take the show. Catch a fit, I'ma increase the pitch.
I love Baker's voice.
Shockwave, send them into a ditch. Real big, speak around my neck, but I wear it like a necklace. Protect the students I work with. This is more than just a shift. Get pumped when I talk, by the pose that I make or way that I walk. I'm not your typical host, I'm doing the most. You got killed by a microphone. Release the frequency and ears gon' bleed. I do not need a crowd to see, so mind you be. You wanna live, don't make me scream. I'm beating all the
I had just immediately started bouncing to to the next verse. That was a solid Baker the Legend verse. I'm a fan of his, honestly. Every time I hear him, I'm a big fan of his particular style. I need to hear more of him, honestly. That was a solid verse. That was very good. We're like 12 and a half minutes in. We're like only halfway through the cipher. I'm gonna try to pause less or take less time. So let's just get back in.
I'm beating all the blockheads that come around to this block. See me drop them like Mr. Johnson, but I am no rock. Make them squawk out of shock. Now they looking
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. That took me longer than it should have.
like Mr. Johnson, but I am no rock. Make them squawk out of shock. Now they looking like a baka. Yeah, my eyes like a hawk, but I don't need to talk. Just call me Ken, cause I can do more forms. Should drop to the floor or for sport. I'll keep score, snore so fire your ears ring. Just kinda like Mordor. Wait for the build, cause I am literally more torn.
That was a sick rhyme scheme. Okay, I wanted to make sure that was the end of the verse and I didn't just cut him off. That was a sick rhyme scheme. I really enjoyed that verse. That was sick. Carter Sauce, don't think I've heard you before. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, but that was a sick verse.
Like Mordor, wait for the build, cause I am literally more torn.
Touching the earth, we got a situation. There's distractions on the escalation. But don't you
This is like a new tone for Chi-Chi. I don't.
In the darkness of space, I can be your light. Catastrophes arise, but I'm saving lives. Disasters, no matter when I'm on your side. Avoiding these useless, I'll bring you back in. This black hole is stacked hole in favor to win.
Big fan of Chi-Chi. She kills it all every time. I don't think I've ever heard her drop the ball. Great verse.
I just woke up from a nap, then getting the kids up my lawn in a snap.
Josh is playing this guy? Oh, is he really fast?
Back in my day, we didn't care for the fame. Baddest and say we were never the same. Pro heroes wanna play the game. Wait, I already forgot all the names. Yellow Billy when I'm in the law. Now we taking down my digits when I punch you when you drop. Because I'm moving like a bullet to the one you never saw. So you can call me Clint Eastwood. I'm quickest on the draw. Like, often when suffering from delirium. You respect the elder, you're talking to your superior. I don't have the time to show that I can put the fear in ya. Dinner's at 4 p.m. in the cafeteria.
Okay, okay, that was a good Unlike Joshua verse. I was not expecting this old guy. I've seen this character like one time before, but I was not familiar with him at all. If he goes fast, now it makes sense that Josh is playing him. That was a funny verse. He had a really great rhyme scheme at the end. Big fan.
But the elder you're talking to your superior. I don't have the time to show that I can put the fear in ya. Dinner's at 4 p.m. in the cafeteria.
My legacy is solidified. You see my son, you know he's mine. I locked down, put in overtime. My deadbolt really saves lives. 100 proof, I don't need a front. I tell the truth, I'ma be blunt. You know villains eat kids for lunch. Why the hell you bringing these runs? You need force to stop a quirk. If you pull a jokes, you can get this work. I body villains like a Bible verse. A hero second, but a father first. Skin bronze, but the suit is green. These kids really helping out the team. They probably thinking I was being mean, but we all know what this number 7.
All right, I don't know the character at all, but what I do like about that verse is that I think I understand that character better now. Despite knowing nothing about him, I think I get the gist that he's not really a big fan of having kids be heroes and fighting villains because it's too dangerous, because he's a father. I dug that I was able to pull that out of the verse. Good job, Grayson. And that was a good verse. Good to listen to. Good delivery, which I think tends to be your weak point, at least to me, is in the delivery, but that was a good verse. Next one. Moving on.
These kids really helping out the team. They probably thinking I was being mean, but we all know what this number 7 on the list, but number
of course, Diggs.
And believe me, I don't miss. I'm always down to play my part. She want the wood, so I just splinter in the dark. But she love me cause she know my bite ain't bigger than my bark. Let's get straight into it.
This guy appears to be made of wood, and he says that his bark is not bigger. His bite is not bigger than his bark. Now, we get it. I'm not gonna explain that one, but his bark.
And she love me cause she know my bite ain't bigger than my bark. Let's get straight into it. Please don't make me do it. I'm very serious. In fact, I'm never playing stupid. I'm working hard to make a name. I ain't taking handouts.
I'm loving this instrumental too.
Do this for us so that we can branch out.
Climbing the ring while I time on my body, I'm built like a tank. I ain't got no shame. Laugh if you want while I laugh to the bang. So keep me thankful. Don't want the booty, then go out the plank. It's my old lady, y'all known to make these boys sing. I get that green and stand tall like Lady Liberty. More than just my asses, but I use them to ability. Headbutt, tighten clip, hit you with a combo quick. And
She
I'm
wearing
my only
a
one, but
truck?
you can be my only fan.
Step to me.
Yes, I like it. She's wearing a Mack truck as a shoe. That's hilarious. That was a good verse. That was a good Shara verse. I really enjoyed that. I don't have much else to say about it other than it was a good verse and I enjoyed it. Good job from Shara. She always delivers. So
quick, you're not my only one, but you can be my only fan.
Step to me, I'm leaving you deceased. Like a hero, he do come and clutch villains in an NBA jam. How you know that things are heating up? Walking to the Heat Man's lair. You think you Mega Man, you out of luck. Notice how I set the world on fire.
Heat Man, Mega Man.
Having lots of fun. You know they can bring it fire like Scorpion testing me. Get over here, let's get started. You know
combat.
the flow is addictive. I feel like I plug out what brother be bringing the bars in. I am the symbol of peace, but I'm honestly ready to leave every city in arson. Get out the kitchen if you cannot handle the heat that I'm bringing. You softer than Charmin.
Is that the bar they're ending on? You softer than Charmin? It was a good Chris Craig verse. Oh. Alright. That was a solid cipher. There's been nothing but solid ciphers recently. We had the EV one, which I unfortunately didn't react to, but that was very solid, although a little short for my taste. 8-bar verses, but very solid cipher. Then we had the sharpshooter cipher, which, certain verses could have done better, just mixing issues in certain places, but I thought it was pretty, very solid overall. Ladies of Anime cipher obviously went nuts. It was amazing. And now this one was also very solid, very good. AfroLegacy. I don't know that I've heard too much from him specifically. I know I've heard him featured on a couple things before, but overall, I think basically everybody on here did a good job. Most of the people, or basically everybody that I've heard before, did a better job than I've heard them on other stuff before, or at least comparable, which is, always good. Good to not get any worse, obviously. I have to end this. I have to put all these links and stuff in the description, so please go click them because it takes forever to do that. And let me end this. 20-minute video. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry that I took way too long on this. Paused way too much. Thank you for watching. Click the links in the description. Show the original video and the artists some love. They deserve it. They did a great job. And I will see you in the next one.